Everyone. I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. So I actually have a live client today. Let's see. Position. If you have to scoot, are you comfortable right there? So today I'm going to do some dimensional nails on short nails. I'm going to push back the cuticle. Let me lower this light here. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm just getting started. Let me lower this really quick. So I actually have a live client today. I'm from start to finish going to rebalance her nails and also put some dimensional nails on these short nails. And I'm very lucky to have a live client. So you could actually see the protein growth, pterygium, everything there. So I'll be able to push everything back. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start right here and I'm going to push back the cuticles and I'm going to get really close so you could see actually you don't see the cuticles on the others, and these are 4 weeks long growth. So I'm going to push back the cuticle and see how everything turns white. This is the protein growth, the cuticle, the pterygium, whatever you want to call it, all the same thing. And see when I use this end, how it shows you where everything's at. This lets me know how many swipes or times, I should say passes, I'm going to have to do with my arbor band. The more white it is there, I'll probably have to go 2 or 3 times over it with no pressure, just my arbor band moving. So I'm not putting pressure when I do this on her. All I'm doing is just setting it down and pushing it back. If you have any questions, you could drop them in. My moderator will be here in just a minute. Welcome all you Vibe Tribe friends of ours. Go ahead and push this back. Okay, and next hand. And speed back a little. There we go. So I'm going to do this to all 10. I was just going to do one hand, but I figured why not do them all so you could see how I work when she's under the light, what I'm doing. Okay, but now what I'm going to do is start with let me clean these really quick. Okay, so this is my little mixture of sanitation with a little onto the next in it. Doesn't take long to clean them. I'll go ahead and set these to the side. I use tweezers to take everything out as long as I know where they're at, right? I'll put these to the side. This little container you could get from Gemini Cosmetics. They have a bunch of cute ones. So I have a lot of different ones. I'll put this to the side. I'm going to take this off. Here you go. Okay. So I'm not really sure exactly what, I mean, I know what I'm going to do, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to design it. I'll make my mind up with you guys. So I'm going to go into my arbor band and remove this. Nippers. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to use my safety bit to remove everything. I'm going to put it on 12,000 RPMs. And I'm going to get my dust extractor out. Put it on high. Okay, so what I'm going to do from here is, let me fix my glasses. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and tickle through here and see how I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just moving it back and forth until I see it almost gone. Once I see it almost gone, I slow down here and I use all zones of my bit. So right here, I'm using zone one here, zone three here. And because I'm going to do a dimensional nail, I'm just going to make sure it's down to her last coat. I don't know which ones I'm going to do them on. Maybe 3 and 2. Let's do 3 and 2 dimensional. Now, how do you know when to stop? When you see there's nothing there, don't go over it again. If you're not quite sure, I would suggest using like maybe our base Young Nails base that's either pink or peach, so you could see the color there. That will help you. I'm just used to knowing how far to go down because the grit on the nail is a little more chalky than when you get to her natural nail. So I'm gonna go a little closer now so you can see a little more what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm just kind of working exactly like I do in the salon. This is much easier than the training hand for sure. So how all of you doing today? Thank you for supporting, liking, and subscribing. What a treat working on a real person. There's a little lift there. So let's see. I'll come right here. See, I pull her fingers back for spin back. I'm gonna move this a little closer to me here and a little closer here. There we go. Much better position for me. That's reaching across the table. So she just had like this grayish color, like a nude gray. So I'm going to remove it all. I'm going to come in here from 3 a little with zone 1. And do you feel anything at all? This is working on you? Okay. So a lot of people, if you see a video of this, they'll think, oh my gosh, she's burning her already. Really, the technique that I show you on Sally, I do the same thing at the same speed. I'm actually faster on a person, a lot faster, as you can see on Sally. I'm like having to move her, but I appreciate her. Today we're going to have our Vibe Tribe Friendsgiving after this live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We would love to have you join us. We have a lot of giveaways. It's going to be fun. We're giving things back to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and come in and pickle. You could see how this little thing's powerful. You could see it all going down on her hand, but it's sucking it down and we're not breathing anything up. I really like this little portable cordless. Pretty mighty for being little. So once the color's gone, the grayish, don't touch that spot again because that's basically your base. And some of it, I may not get all the gray off. My next bit will. Don't try to force it. Like if there's stuff right here, don't keep trying to get it because what will happen is you're going to thin out her nail trying to get it. When you have a safety bit, you can't get in the corner as easy as you can when you have a traditional bit. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. I'm on 12,000 RPMs. I am not putting pressure. I'm literally tickling her like this. So that's why we have electric files for fingernails. It turns porous and saves our career, our wrist, and our body, and your client's nails, actually. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep removing. I'm using zone 3 right now. Put your elbow out of comfort now. Wow, these last 4 weeks and beautiful. I believe she shortened them herself a little, or they would have been really long, to where her nails a little shorter. But that's the beautiful thing about base and protein bond. It sticks like no other. Other brands, if you try to shorten them, they start pulling after that. So just know when you rest assured when you use protein bond and synergy base, then it's stick amazing. Mm, yeah. Alrighty. Mhm. Okay, almost have all of them removed. Just don't stay in the same spot and they'll never feel the friction. Try it on yourself if you've never done this. I know a lot of people trip out when they see how fast I move when I take it off, but it's going to save you so much time if you're using it the way I'm explaining it. Okay. So now I'm going to switch my bit to my arbor band. Make it in my mandrel. I'm always putting it on before my each client because I don't use the same one for every client. Use a new one. Two reasons. Obviously, their DNA is on, right? The second one is you need the grit. The more you use this, it loses its 150 grit and it goes to like a higher grit. So if it's a higher grit, that means it's not going to give you the right traction that you need for retention. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this down to 5,000 RPMs. Okay, so she's a little dry skin here. I'll kind of tickle it off. Let me move it here. There we go. Then I'm going to butt it up as close as it'll get to her cuticle area. And then I'll press the rest. I'm going to go over it one more time here because she had a lot of cuticle. She has a little more product here, so I'm going to tickle it a little. Okay. Now, what I love about this square bit I'm going to use after this is with this, you could get really close to the cuticle, but she has really deep sidewalls here, as you could see how I have to pull her skin down. That makes a really pretty nail when it's shaped like that, but also you could tend to have a lifting on the sides of their nails when they come back to have them refill their balance. It's really prepping within here. I can't get any closer than this there. Make it a little closer. See that right there? That's as close as I could get. I'm going to just try to stay right there to show you what I'm talking about. So here, that's as close as I could get. If you try to go closer with this, it's going to burn them. So you need multiple bits to perform a prep. You and your client will be happier. So I'm going to stay really close here because we can see our work. I'm going to tickle this a few times because we still have some gel polish there. Yeah, tickle, tickle. And did you see how I just tickled and moved away, tickle, break, tickle, break? It's because I didn't want her to feel friction or like a burn. It will burn if you stay in the same spot. And because I do her nails so thin, sometimes especially when she shortens them herself as well, I like to take them down to almost nothing. Sometimes I leave her base, but that was starting to lift a little. This one's good here for base here. I'm going to take off a little more there because I think I'm going to do these two-dimensional. Okay, come right here now. Now I'm going to kind of zoom right here. I'll get closer when I do cuticle work again, okay? So just see the movement of what I'm doing. Tickle, tickle, tickle. See how my finger pulls back her skin? That's why hand over is really helpful in our career because I move her around with both fingers and guide her where I need her. And all she has to do is relax. And she's doing a great job of that. Okay, I have kind of a lot of polish right there, so I'm gonna hit it, but she hasn't felt anything, and I finally got that off. So go around the cuticle, keep it parallel on the nail, that means flat on the nail, and then I'm gonna start tickling from here. And I'm gonna go over it again because there's a lot of product. Sorry, I lost the side. I'm getting carried away. I'm tickling a while because she has a lot of product on here. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch my bit real quick to take down a little more product on there. I'm gonna go back to my safety bit because I want to do a dimensional nail on there. So I just want a very thin coat of base, no builder on it. So she was thicker through here. Okay, see that? Now I'm gonna pepper again. So I'm gonna do 3 on this hand and 2 on the other. Back on 5, let's pep this. Alrighty, next hand please. I'm gonna do the same thing on here. Tickle this. Her fingers are so tiny. Somebody told me the other day that tiny nails are harder to work on than longer nails. They can be. I get why they say that. Once you do both of them regularly, you'll get used to it. They are like her hands are very tiny actually. Her nail bed's a lot smaller than mine. I think I wanted to mention on this one, so I'm make sure I'm down to a very thin base coat. A little bit of product there. Oh, let's take off some skin there. Sorry, you notice how I get out of frame? I'm gonna tell you why. It's because when I work, I end up over here. So I'm gonna widen it a little. So I start here and my left hand pushes it out for me. So all this hand has to do is this. So when you see me go out of frame, that's what I'm doing. So I am going to go out a little more so you can see how I work, okay? So I come right here. So I start her right here. And when I move her, see how I move her? I don't move myself. So I go back and forth like this. And when I hit here, I move her here. Now look at where her hand is right here and right here. So that's what saves my body and my posture. It's hard to stay in frame in a vertical when I do that. So I kind of went out a little. I had it close so you could kind of see my movement. And she still has a lot of product here, but I don't need to take it all off because I'm not going to do a prevention. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this beautiful area here. Tickle, tickle. I'm excited to show you dimensions on really short nails like this. And I'm going to tighten up her shape as well, because you still could get that dimension in. Okay, I'm going to have her bring her hand like this, and then I'm going to come right here. Let me take off some of those hair skin, pull it down. There we go. See my left hand pushing it away? Try this. If you try to stay in the same position, your body is going to break down and you're never going to get as many clients as you would like in a day. This is kind of helps to go faster when your left hand maneuvers it where it needs to be. And if you notice, my PP stays in the same spot. If I move, it's here. If I'm coming here, I'll move here, it's coming this way. But really, my job is to tickle with this and remove any excess. Okay, that looks great. So let me dust these off. I usually wouldn't on a client just because I know how far to go, but I want you to see what I'm doing here. I'm going to switch to my cuticle bit because she has a lot of cuticle. And actually, all my clients right now have a lot of cuticle. The temperature has changed. There's a lot of dry skin going on. So it's on 5,000 RPM. And I'm going to come right here. And I'm going to file her dry skin off here. And she actually feels this, but it doesn't hurt. Okay. Now watch how much is going to come off. See all that? And I'm doing the same thing. I'm just setting it down and not keeping it in the same spot and letting the drill bit do all the work for me. So let me show you what this looks like. Pretty good prep, huh? Maybe a little closer right there and a little down. A little closer right there. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom through these. Right and kind of here. Now it's all the whole process is going to look kind of dry because obviously I changed her pH balance, right? This bit is so satisfying for me. This is the Young Nails Beautiful Square bit. Let me stay in frame now. Let me go out a little because I will be in and out of frame the way I work. Now with application, I could stay in frame a little easier. So if you're enjoying this, let me know. Kind of fun to do a live nail, live client. So that means she could bleed, right? She won't. Sally doesn't say ow, so it's good that working on a person. Good bad, but it doesn't hurt. So how many of you guys worked today, the day after Thanksgiving? I did. I did a house call. I left the house at 8, was there by 9:30, took me till 1, came home, and here I am. Okay, let me see the other half. Now this isn't work for me. This is fun sharing and helping you guys grow, teach you the knowledge and what's in my brain. It's super fun. I've really been enjoying it. So thank you for letting me know how much you have been enjoying it and tagging me in all your new designs. I don't even have the designs I taught you guys, like the red one on my page, because I made it up when I was live and I haven't had the opportunity for somebody who wants red like that, but I will do it. I kind of did it with a different color. One girl wanted blue. It looked really good. But I can't talk really good with blue. She picks every variation of blue all the time. And she wears it very well. They right here is where I get the most joy too. It's because of everything we do and the weather. Mm, mm. So see how I went over the same spot a few times because she had a bunch there. Let me go one more time. Now I know it's correct. Alrighty. Let's turn that off. Okay, I am not trimming her cuticles. If you look pretty close, she does have some cuticles like right here. Do not ever trim the cuticles right now. Chances are you will make her bleed even if you barely touch her with a file. By the end, she'll have a little bit left and I'll show you how I take care of it. So I'm going to swipe all 10 of her nails. Make sure your client doesn't touch anything. Actually, before I swiped, I should shape them. So let me shape them a little bit. And I'm not really worried about the shape too much now. There's a little side skin there because I'm going to encapsulate some of them. So I'll make sure at the end. Sometimes for me, I'm way out of, oh, sorry guys, I'm way out of. Sometimes when you do, I feel like when I shorten the nails exactly what they want them, when I do encapsulation on their shorter nails, it's harder for me to get their shape in. See, and she shaped hers herself, and what she did was she brought it in from, let me get real close so I could show you what I mean. Let me get my little pointer. Not too bad, but she brought the file right here instead of from her sidewall, so it notched. See how it's kind of notched? So she brought it from right here to bring it in instead of her sidewall, but she's not a nail tech. So that may happen sometimes when they shorten them, but I'll fix it with the product. So that has to be, that's actually some nail tech shape like that. And they do that because they're trying to make it look more narrow. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to kind of shape them how I want them, but I'll fine tune them at the end. Okay, I'm going to kind of look at them this way. Let's look at them this way. Scoot your chair this way to your left. Go. Thank you. Oh, that's, are you better? That's better for me. So we have to be straight across from each other or it's kind of off. If not, I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Actually, you didn't do a bad job with your shape. Very cute. So with shorter nails, I kind of spend my time doing it, like shaping before. Long nails, I just get it in the area because I'm going to file a lot more. Let's do this other side. I'm just going to check all her sidewalls. It's just on her pinky like that, so that's normal. I've got a lot of questions, and could you do something like that on short nails? You can. There's just a fine line of how much you could put in there and how much you could layer. So I'm going to show you how you get a dimension in there. I'm going to do like holiday inspired. Okay. I'm going to look at your, yeah. So this is going to be out of frame because there's no way I could put this in frame. So I'll show you what I'm doing. It's this, and then I have her put her elbow there, and she turns her thumb like this so I could see it. So her left arm is the only thumb I have to do that with. Okay, so I could get the right angle. And I always leave one long and one short on her so they match. One a little shorter than the other. Not just on her, on everybody has different widths and lengths on their thumb. Okay, let me check these out this way. All right, these are all set up pretty much. Okay, now I can swipe you again. So I'm gonna dust her first, dust off first, then go into swipe. And I usually do it a couple times every one. So I first time I take something out, second takes the rest out for sure. Let's get a new one of these. Let me take a drink of mine. I'm actually drinking soda and I never drink soda. Mm, just a little bit. Okay. You guys ready? Let's do protein bond. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come right here, protein bond all these. And I actually, with this big brush, could get most of them done in one little swipe, right? Let me wipe this real quick. When I travel sometimes with my protein bond, not even traveling, just working throughout the day, I'm always having to clean the top because you work so fast it splashes everywhere. That bothers me. I like my bottles to look clean. The other hand? Okay. What is this one? And her nails are very, very thick and strong. I feel like when you put the product on them, they even get more strong and thicker. In the protein bond and everything, if you're filing the right way and not going into their natural nail, it makes a big difference. I was doing a client the other day and she was really stiff on me. It's my second time doing her. And she was afraid I was going to go deep in her nail. I'm like, I promise I'll never do that to you. So afterwards, like I showed her her nail, how healthy the part that grew out and the part that was there before I started working on her. So I think I have a lifetime client. Hold on, right there, I have a little polish left. And sometimes you see it like this at the end. When you're ready to apply, I'll come here and use my 150 file. And I'm really not putting pressure, I'm just putting it there right beside it. And I got all the color off. Okay. So I used a little swipe. Oh, there's a little bit still. There we go. Okay, shut that. Now I'm going to get my base out. Yes, so all I use so far was protein bond, an arbor band, a safety bit, and a square bit. This will be on my page to watch later too, but I don't mind repeating. So I'm using Synergy Base on her. She has such strong nails. I showed you on another video, our tutorial, fiber gel and half base. She does not need that at all. So somebody who has thinner nails, which most of our clients do have thinner nails that come to us, I would always do that little mixture. Mm, Find my brush. Hmm, Hold on. I had this open in case I needed something. There we go. I'm going to use my brush, get my little, I'm going to use my tile. Here's my base. And I am going to, well, I'm going to wipe this both ways because my brush is kind of clean. Scoot back a little so you could see. So I have kind of a lot on my brush and she has short nails. So I'll put it on her neighbors. And I just need this very thin. Okay, now her thumb. Okay, go ahead and go under the light. Let me start it for you. I think I have it all. Oh, I didn't plug it in. Go ahead and go to the side. Sorry. Let me plug that in really quick. No problem. I got it. I moved my station a little to more functioning and I forgot to plug this in. It's not all the way charged. Okay, so now that one will work for you. And I'll go ahead and put it on this 30-second. Okay, let me have your other hand. So let's go closer with this. See my left hand helping my right hand, always pivoting and rolling my client's fingers. What I love about this brush too, it's the Master Gel Brush from Young Nails, is it has a point, so it gets in that little corner very nice. I could use any gel brush. I'm so used to gel, but I really love this brush, especially on little nails. Okay, go ahead and go under. Okay, so think I think I'm going to so when you hear her beeps, she knows already. Your clients start knowing. Go under a few seconds and come out so it doesn't burn and they go back in. Sometimes you'll hear it a few times. They're going in and out of the light to control not a heat spike. And that's plenty of time with the 30 seconds. Thank you. So this is my clean base. I'm going to shut it because I have my glitter base. I mean, it's clean too. It just has pretty glitter on the bottom. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to, on these other nails, let me put a few more coats of base. I was gonna put let me do a pink undertone just so. Okay, so the ones I am not doing dimension on, I'm gonna come in again. So on this one, she's gonna have 3. Go ahead. I'll zoom out. Go ahead. I just went close. Go into the light, please. Okay, this one, I'm going to do dimensions on these two. Let's come right here. Now with short nails like this, you do not have to put a lot of product. Sometimes I do layers and layers of base. You don't have to put a builder gel, but you can't build with base. So what I mean by that is I can't get a good amount of product of base like this. That's awesome. Thank you. I can't get like this much base and start building with it, but I could layer, layer, layer it. Okay. Go ahead and go under. So let me get, put this right here. Hold on one sec. Perfect. So I'm just getting the rest of that mixture out of. So on a video, I think Young Nails is going to be launching it. I did a mixture of Build Pink and concealer, concealer gel. Okay, so that's what that is. It's really not, it's kind of light. So it's half Build Pink, or you could use half Build and concealer pink. So what it does is it makes a sheer color. I like it on short nails too, so I could have a little bit of color, but I don't really want full coverage. So I'll do a video to show you. One will be launching soon as well, how I mix it, but this was just a little bit left over in my little mixing jar. That's all I have, but it's enough for her right now. Okay. And you really can mix it. It doesn't have to be 50-50 ratio. This was way more build pink. So like 3 parts build pink and 1 part concealer pink. So what it did is make that little see-through pink. Okay, so the nails, I'm just gonna build a little bit of thickness. I'm gonna end up filing it down a tad bit, but I want it to match my dimensions. I suggest this, like I don't usually do this to our nails if I just layer like the base or just a little bit of this because they're so short. But when you do dimension, I put builder gel on all of them because you're gonna have a thickness on your dimensional nails. Now, I'm gonna flash this for her just so she doesn't feel anything. And I wanna keep going. Okay, so let me show you what I just did. So look at the side of it right here. Let me show you this now. Really not a lot of body. Let me show you down the barrel. So that's about what I put on her nail. It's going to be thinner when I'm done. Put this here so you could see what I'm picking up. Okay, any questions at all? How many of you do short nails like this? Is this your main clientele or just a few? Let me know. I wish I had more shorter. I wear them longer, so you tend to attract what you wear. If you wear shorter nails, you're going to have a majority of a longer nail clientele. That's just how it works. So I'm doing go. Okay, she go into the light now. And if she feels any heat, she'll pull out. Okay, so I'm going to do these 2 dimensions and I'm going to cover all 3 of these. So this is plenty. It's more than enough for her nails. Okay. This color is so pretty. See how it looks pretty even just like that. It's like such a beautiful kind of natural French look with her little white tip. I really like it. We're just using a little custom mix here. Kind of circle it this way. Light touch. I'm not in my gel. I'm on top of my gel. Light touch on top. Round it out. I didn't move much, just very little. So I'm going to flash these 2 real quick for her. Perimeter. Okay, let's do it then. Okay, let's get a little bit more. There we go. So I get everything off my brush and then I get it to my cuticle and I circle to one side and I circle to the other side and then bring it down very soft and light. I am not in my gel, I'm on top of my gel and lightly, lightly gliding. Oh, I'm excited to do these. Okay, go ahead and go under. I'm gonna wipe my brush right here. This to the side. Now I'm gonna pull out my art. Let me get my colors. So I gotta decide what color I want to use out of all these. All I asked her is what does she want? And she says she wants to go dark and kind of holiday. So I'm gonna pick one of these four colors. So you're gonna pick them with me. Let's see. I'm gonna decide what I like on here. So they're arrayed. These are a pre. What I like about these is they're kind of expensive, but they last a long time. I like their brush. To see how it has a slant to it. So I do a lot of Frenches with it, and it's also really fun to polish with. I like their brush. So I'm probably not going to use, I might use this one. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could let her pick it. Just kidding. I will let her pick it. I'm just kidding. I love this one. I wanted to go with this probably because it's a little more rich. Let's go D&D. This is dark. I'll tell you the names of these. So this one is it's called Pink Light District. This one it does have a little pink in it. And this one from a pre is what is it? Veg Mighty? Oh, interesting name. Okay. So Gemini Cosmetics has some of these left over. I don't know if they're going to keep carrying them, but you could order it from the source if you want. Okay, then let's go to this one now. So this is called Dark Scarlet, very popular color this season too. It's a D&D color. D&D colors are very affordable, but they have one up. They're 9.99 now. I remember and they were 6.99 and 5.99. So this is a little more Christmassy red, a little bit more. Still my favorite's this, but I don't know what my client will want. She'll let me know. Now, this is honey fawn. I have a lot of honey fawn. Um, I've never had to deal with customer service. I've heard some things. I don't know anything about it, but everything's worked for me what I bought. But all I have is gel polishes and a lot of art. Their core product I don't use. Now, this is my other color I would pick depending. Like they're both gorgeous. The only this is the deepest. This is my first, second, third, fourth favorite. Which one do you like? This one? You got it. Yay. That's what I originally wanted. So she picked Veggie Mighty. That's a funny name. Or Veg Mighty. Do you pronounce the E? Veg, Vege? Whatever. That's what it is, you guys. And it's their French collection. So the French collection has this line of brush. Their other colors, I do have their whole collection in their nude sheers. Very, very pretty. Different brush, but a good brush. It's kind of really tight at the tip and it polishes pretty well. Those polishes do cure with a non-tap. So does this one. So I'm going to have to do some extra steps. My other videos I've done lately all have a tack. So you're going to get to see what I work with a non-tack. So you could use whatever color you guys want. Just know if it's tacky, you won't have to do the extra step I'm going to do. And if it's not tacky, you will do the extra step. Okay, so I have a coat of base on here. So I am going to put a dab here. I'm going to get my brush out. If I need to use it, a little striper from my little Young Nails kit. Okay, so hold on, let me take clean this really quick. The lighting's amazing right now. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to start right here and see the little tip of this. I kind of swoop it down Very nice brush, right? Kind of obsessed with it. I like it. And the other end, you could use a tip, or you could flip it the other way. I don't know if you tried them, but the brush is amazing. I kind of want to take the brush out and use them on all my colors. It's a very cool brush. Okay, let's come right do the second one. Alrighty. Make sure I'm in frame because I tend to move. You could see how much my left hand helps my right hand, right? She has a big cuticle right there. Not a problem, just pushing her cuticle back. If it looks like it's flooded, it touched her cuticle, but it won't look like that at the end. They're just so pigmented. Once it touches the skin, guess what? It stays there till you swipe. So I'm not going to use swipe right now. So all I'm going to do is just separate it so I make sure. See how pigmented it is? I kind of like how pigmented it is though. Okay. I got a little bit on her skin, so let me take it off. No problem. I just don't want it to kick it there. So it's going to look really dry here because I'm using swipe. Okay, now let me get close to her cuticle area. Let me make sure I'm not out of frame. Let me come a little closer. My frame. Okay, so I'm just getting it to her sides because see here how she has a really tight sidewall right here? Let's see if you could see that. Turn your finger sideways, please. Thank you. See, I'm missing some right there. That's very typical with a deep sidewall. Might as well get this side while I'm at it. Okay, let's do your thumb. What is this? A beautiful color. This is such a pretty color. So this little point helps me get in as tight as I can. All right, let's come in with my brush. There we go. So this is her base color inside. Okay, she'll go under the light. Let me have your other hand. I'm gonna move this to the side now so you can focus on the nail. So I'm gonna have two on this side. Oh, let's see. Oops, my camera. Oh, let's do this one. Big difference from a long nail. I'm gonna come in right here. Perfect. It's easier leaving a little margin and coming and doing this, especially when you're at different angles. It just makes it more perfect looking. Okay, now this color needs to cure for 1 full minute. So put your other hand under again. 30 seconds, it won't cure all the way. So I don't care if it's totally perfect because I guarantee you I'm gonna file some out. So go ahead and go under. When the timer goes off, just go under again. Okay, that one's done. Do I have that on? Oh, I have that on 15 seconds. Go under for 60. Hold on, I'll push it. Go ahead. That is not going to work. I thought that was getting done quick. And that one go under one more time. That is on. There you go. 30. Perfect. Let's shut this. Okay. So now I think I want one more coat of this actually, just real thin because it's kind of, I want a thin coat like right here. So it has a little more coverage. I'm going to do negative spacing on them. So I want that depth in there. Okay, go under. I didn't do your thumb. Let me see. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, just go in there and set your hand down in it and it will turn on. It's not turning on. That's weird. This is my new light too. Oh well, let's see. Well, no worries. Okay. Okay, so just go ahead and go in. Okay, so my next thing, I brought a lot of colors. I'm going to decide what I want to use. These are all from Gemini Cosmetics. They sell them in kits. Numbers probably 1 through 8 or 9, and they're in a 3 pack. These ones are in the same pack, and I believe these are in 0. It's labeled 0. I'll center them. There we go. So let me go ahead and come out a little. Okay, so these are all, I got these before they labeled them, all of them. They are labeled differently now, but these three are all in zeros. I wrote a 0. Oh, this is 0 and this is 8. So there is this color, this size. So let me show you the difference. So see this color right here? Okay. So they have that color and this size and that 0. They have it in a micro. See the difference? So they have this size and they have a micro collection. The micro collection, I wrote the number on the bottom because yours will have it on there. This is number 8. Okay. I believe this one was number 7 collection. Okay. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use on her. I'm just opening them right now to see what I want to do, what I want to create. So I found everyone was saying that one color was out of stock from Gemini Cosmetics. Do not worry. These collections have them, okay? I also have these, and you could tell I use them a lot. You could see the different glow. This has a little fire, that has a little glow. These are sold in a 10 pack, I believe. So this is the number 1 pack. They are sold out, but they will be back in. It's just they're very popular and I've been teaching with them a lot. They may have them in again. They're having a huge sale. So check with them periodically. I'm going to open this one with a little fire still. And I have this color from Araya, and it's kind of like that diamond series. So I'm not sure what direction I want to go with these. I'm just messing with them. And I also have, let's see, my little caddy shut here. Here it is. Now I love this collection, and I'm gonna get you guys a discount code for them. I just haven't called them yet. They're from Profile Girls. So I'll see if I can. If not, it's Northern Lights. It's my favorite stack. I've used it in a lot of nails, and as you could see, the different glows. So I may use some of these colors. This is my selection. Let me go out of what I'm going to pick from, okay? Um, I think I kind of want them not so metally. I think I want them kind of see-through so it could kind of go with anything. Um, I'll just, let's see. This is more full coverage. I don't think I want to use that one. I may use this shimmer here for a little depth. And I think I'm going to use, this is what I'll do. Let me show you what I do if I know what they're going to glow, but just because I know doesn't mean you're sure what they're going to glow. So this is her color on, right? So I'll come right here, and you've seen me do this before. I do it on the back of a form or on here, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is open these. So this is kind of like the color of Rockstar, but what I like about it, it's three different sizes. Okay. So that's going to glow kind of a greenish in there, which is very festival right now too. This has a green undertone. On a light color, this is what it's going to look like. On a dark color, it's going to have that pink glow. Okay. I love this stack. It's pretty cool. Now this one's going to have like a orangey kind of fire in it. If it's on a white color, you'll see the blue in that color. These are gonna be very cute. Now this is gonna glow, like, see the difference of these 2? This has way more fire than this one. This one's a little more tangerine and this one's more orange. Now this color here, I don't like it really on a light color because you see a lot of yellow, but on a dark color, it's like a bluish purple. So I'm gonna give you an example of these, but there's also this in the stack that is gorgeous, and this is very holiday as well. I'll probably use this in a upcoming set. Gemini Cosmetics does have this same one in stock, and this collection right here. Where's my cap? The ones with the silver caps on it. So let me show you what it looks like. And they come in threes. So let me close it and show you. So that's the side of it, and it comes like this. And they do have this collection with the two white silvers, two different sizes. So when you go on Gemini's Cosmetics website, go under MJ's Picks. So when you go in the search at just scroll down, you'll see MJ Picks. I think there's like 8 or 9 pages. I own all that. I love all those things. Those are things I use. I approve everything that goes on there. So they don't just go put my favorite picks. I approve them. I have them all and I use them on a regular basis. MJ 15, MJAY 15. So right now they're having a sale, okay? So it's 30% off or up to 75% off, telling you the truth. I mean, they're having blowout sales. So put MJ 15 in there. That is for a 15% discount. You will not get the discount with that. You'll get what's on sale. And but what they know is you're ordering from me. And a lot of people are saying they put some extra stuff in there. Someone got a turquoise color. It's all different. But in the comments in the checkout, put MJ 15 as well, okay? So then that way they know the comments at the checkout. That just so you could get more fun things because they give all their clients at this time of year little packages and free little stuff. So you're their new client too. So they do the same thing at this time of year. When it's not Black Friday and they're not having a sale, you put that code in the code section and you will get the discount. Okay, I'm gonna put a little lotion on my hands. My hands are so dry right now. Wipe some of it off. So now let me show you what I'm gonna do. I am going to get a brush. Not sure what I did with my fuzzy buddy. It's right in front of my face. Okay, so we're gonna start with this color right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put some right here and see on red it glows purple. It goes blue on different colors too. I love that color. So now let's go the greenish pinkish color. Okay, check out these colors. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go the darker blue, and that goes kind of like orangey gold. And I'll zoom it in too, but I just want you to see what I'm doing. This one's a little more gold than the other, a little bit, but they're pretty similar. This has a little more orange in it. Okay, let's go the Rockstar color. I call it Rockstar. A very cool glow. See that? Okay. Now This color would be pretty on top of it too. It's just going to be like a silver, like iridescent color. Okay. So I really like all these colors here. I'll let her pick what she likes too, but I'm going to show you the other colors really quick. Okay. So here's this, and this is number 0 collection. Love that color. I'm going to kind of zoom in because you're seeing what I'm doing. Okay. So let me come in. There you guys go. Now I'm going to go, but I forgot which one I dipped in. Let's see. Oh, that one's more gold. See that? And that's a fine, fine gold. Okay. And I want to show you 3 more colors. Now I use these so much, these little things here, that they're not they're not screeching out, they're not coming out anymore. I also train with them, so I have no clue with what happened to the little thing that comes out. But I'm going to come in with this one. This is one of them in the kit, really gold, right? Similar, this one here, what I liked about that, this one here, is it has like a rainbow color in it. Okay, let's do this one. That's really orange. I don't think I'm gonna use those. Now I'm gonna show you this Raya color. So that one has like a full coverage kind of cool color. Okay. And what colors do you like out of these? Kind of the combo of them all besides that one? Or what color do you absolutely not like? I'm not gonna use these. Okay, that's cool. So that's my clients like, I'm not gonna use those. Okay, no problem. So what I'll do is I'll do this combo and I'll accent it with these in it, or I might just use these because look at how this has so many different sizes in it. Okay. Gold would be really pretty too for the holidays. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do all of them, but this one, I'm gonna close this one here. The white one. Hmm. I like the blue, the purple, and this, and a tad bit of green. So I'm gonna do this color. Are you okay with that color? Okay. I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna use all of these actually. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side. Let me just wipe it off because I'll use my clear one. I'll leave that there. Or you could do this color with those, but that's full coverage. So let's do this. I always change them. So I'm going to use my little clear here and move these over and shut these because I'm not going to use these ones. All these caps fit on each other. Okay, so let's roll now. Let's put these to the side. I might use some of that. Okay, so this has a non-tack. Okay, so it's very slick if I touch her nail. So I have to do an extra step, which is totally fine. I'm going to use my glitter, my base one that I probably have glitter in there already. I use it for art. I have a little bit of sparkles in there. Now, I'm not going to put a lot on here. All I want to do is just wet it with it. Put a lot of pressure and wet it. You have to cover the entire nail, okay? This is the only way it's going to stick to it. And base is what you need to use. It has the most hold to it, the most resin in it, so it's really going to hold. So she'll go under the light, and I'll do that to my others. And you don't want to put any volume because her nails are very, very short. So if you put a lot of volume, you're going to end up with a thick nail. And if you file it as thin as the others, you're going to file out everything you did. So really, you could even wipe off your brush and come here and wipe off more. Some of you are like, oh, go ahead and go under because I know that's happened before. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here now is get my base again. And I'm going to get from my base. And now I'm going to put my coat on again, really thin, but a little bit more than the last one. So it has something to grip to. Now it doesn't look all great right now, but it will at the end. And I'll show you the thickness of her nails. She really doesn't have any thickness. Go like this. There you go. See, it's still really thin, right? Even with all those coats. Okay. So once I put that on all these, I'm going to use my imagination here and drop these in a few places. Now you really don't want to overpower it. You just kind of want to put them in some spots. Let's do one first. Let's do, what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my little tip here, touch my gel and pick some of the bigger pieces so I could see where I want to put that color. Let me get a big piece of purple. If it's hard to get it, pour some out a little, touch it, find the big piece, kind of put it there. Yeah, I kind of like that. This is looking cool. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on the next one. I'm doing it far so you guys could see the color, but I'm going to zoom in. I just want you to see what I'm doing because you're not going to see me dip in after this. Okay, so I'm going to get the back end of this and make sure they're all flat. Wipe this, and I'm going to show you it from every angle, and then I'm going to do the rest really close. Okay, so you're going to get a very tight view. Just hang tight. Let me get my little. These would be cool for New Year's too. These are my kind of holiday nails because I don't like them screaming ho ho ho, but some people do, and that's okay. I just like kind of winter colors. Okay, so let's check this out. Go like this. Okay, so this is what it looks like on here, and look at her thickness. Hardly nothing. Okay, hardly nothing. Okay, so you can see the little view here. So I'm going to get closer. I just want you to see the movement that I'm doing. Ooh, these are cool. Okay, so now let me get closer and I'll position myself and leave it there so you could watch me work. I even use like a little brush sometimes to get little pieces if I need to. Okay, so now I'm going to move everything out of view and I'm going to go to town now. Let's do, we'll do one kind of fuchsia one there. And let's do like a green. Let me take some of this out. Okay. Let me stay right here. I'm not going to move. Okay. I'll stay right here and move my glitters. So now let me pick these. I got a green down there, which is fine. I love this blue. Some of them may get more than the other. You just mess with it and see. Okay, let me get up. I want to get a bigger one. So let me get the blue. Put it right there. You have to get it how you want it in this round. If you don't, it's not going to fit in the nail because she has short nails. Okay, so if she has shorter nails, just know if you don't get it that round and you try to layer, they're going to be entirely too thick. Okay, let me wipe this off and pick it up again. Can you guys see? Okay, I'm staying in the same spot. I'm kind of up, so if the chat's coming down, you could see it pretty well. Okay, let's say there's a spot I'm like, I'll come like this and take it off. I want a little bit more fire right there. So I will take my base and touch a little bit of it. There's no messing up. It's just all to look. Okay, I kind of want more fire. I like this color right here. I want a big piece. If I could get a big piece, I can. I don't like that size either. I'm gonna go smaller. Yeah, it could be overpowering. Once I figure out two of them, I go really fast from there. Okay, I like that color better. Has a little more gold. Alrighty, let's clean this up. So now I'll roll a little faster with the others. Just make sure, that's why this tool is so important. This is on my link tree on Instagram, MJ_DELACRUZ, MJ Delacruz, and it's on my Amazon link tree. Ooh, these are like so cute. Okay, so let's do this one. Ooh, let's do this color. Let's do a little fire. That one came out perfect to me. I love it. I'm gonna put one more piece right there, maybe of this color. Okay, let's say you want to add a little more. Touch your gel, put it on there. Okay. Then get one more piece. Ooh, sorry, I'm getting all blown away with my nails right now. These are cute. Let's do a little green here. Okay. Are they blinding you? That looks cool. Okay, so see right here how there's a really big piece? Chances are that might file out. Let me get this little thing and come in. I think I want a little green there. I really like a green lately. So fuzz in there. I'm running my brushes. Let's get a little bit more gel right there. Boop. So I could put, I want that blue one right there. Okay, tap this all down. Make sure your sidewalls are clear. Okay, so she's gonna have all these and she's gonna go under. Okay, let's do this hand. We have two on here. Okay, put it kind of thin. Not as thin as your first coat, but enough where everything could hold on to it. Okay. I need some bigger pieces because the little pieces are overpowering it, but I don't want a lot of big pieces. I kind of like a few here and there. Oh, that's cute. Do some fire. I need to move these because I'm mixing the color. Okay, next one. Ooh, I really like that color in there. It looks holiday. Let's do this one. Some of this. Okay, I'm done with these. So if you don't have this collection, no problem. You could totally use any see-through colors. I know a lot of you have see-through colors. Just put them on top of your color to see what you're looking for. Okay, go under the light. Okay, so these look good. Let me get these all out of the way. All I'm going to do is stack them all. I'm going to put this white one on the bottom. What are you guys thinking? They're cutie patooties, I think. Okay. So now I'm going to use Build Pink. And what I like about these is they're tiny, they're shorter, like active length nails. And let's look at the thickness. Look at the side. I want to give you some close views of these. It doesn't matter if some stuff's sticking up. It does not matter at all. Okay, let me get you in view. Okay, now go like this. Check them out right here. So let me zoom out a tad bit. Okay, so they're really not thick, okay? If you look at them from the side, go like this, like right here. Now let me show you the thickness of this nail. See this one? And this, it's still not as thick as this. So I'm going to put a thin layer here and then we'll file them and fix it, okay? So I'm going to use Build Pink. And I'm going to come in right here, put a little bit over it. There won't be a lot of filing, just very minimal with the short nails. So I'm doing the same thing, covering everything. These are so cute. It looks like stained glass. Let me make sure I get to the side here. Okay, I'll flash this and I'll show you how much I built them. I just don't want it to run. Okay, it's really not running. It's kind of cold. So, okay, start right here. Oh gosh, this is cute. Going from nude, it might be a bit much, but they'll be fun. Wow. It looks really like a wicked dimension in there. Kind of kaleidoscopy too, in a way, without the smoke out. So pretty. Okay, just do your thumb. Okay, so on top of it, just encapsulate on this side and then bring it over on this side. I need a tad bit more, just a tad. Let me get closer so you guys could see. I'm encapsulating here. I'm going to stay right here. I'm bringing it all the way to her side here. I'm checking my side here. See the product, how I kind of trail it a little? Okay, so she'll go ahead and cure that for, let me put it on 60. Is it on? All right, so let me stay close here. So you'll see how I'm gonna maneuver it. Okay, there we go. Now, before I file these, I'm going to show you the thickness of them. Not like a long nail that you're building body and need all that structure on there. It's not as bad. I mean, it's definitely thicker than you normally would apply on a short nail, but the cool thing about it is you're going to tighten it up. You have to encapsulate everything pretty well. I find that some people don't put enough and they end up like chipping out everything, and it just looks like glitter sitting on top at the end. Ooh, that's one of my favorite ones right here. I like this one. It's very cool. It's gonna flash it real quick. Perimeter, so it doesn't move. Turn it off. One more, and we're almost done. I love to work with color. It makes me very happy. So these are pretty cool. And just the depth and all the color, it kind of reminds me of a Christmas tree or like something with a lot of lights. It glows. And these aren't metal based at all. They're all Mylars cut really small. If you're enjoying this, like the button, please press like and let me know. It'll make me very excited. And subscribe and put your notifications on so it'll tell you when I'm on. If you can't get on that time, at least you know there's a video, right? Go ahead and go under, last here. Okay, so let me shut these before I show you her side profile. All right, so I'm just cleaning up everything, okay? I can look at the phone right now a little while she's under there if you want to ask anything. I know Eric does a good job of answering all your questions. I hope you're enjoying this. Okay, go ahead and clean this. Yay, she said. Oh my goodness, Melissa always inspires me. Yay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Beachside Beauty? Hey, girl. Make sure to get on our Twitch today so you could win some awesome things from Gemini Cosmetics. They sent us some cool stuff to share with you. We're giving back thanks. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this. Now let's check out her nails before I wipe them. Okay, so let's look at this one from the top. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little. Okay, go like this. Okay, so I want to show you the thickness. Really, it's a little thicker on the tip. All I have to do is file that. Now turn it like this to the side. Now it's not much of a different thickness, just slightly, but I'm going to file it this thickness and tighten everything up. And that I'm actually going to bring it down quite a bit. Okay, it tends to be on my free edge the way I encapsulate. It tends to be a little thicker on the free edge. I'm not going to waste my time making that thin when I could just bring my e-file over it and bring it the shape I'm wanting. Okay, so not bad, right? Okay, so let's wipe off the sticky. And I may file some out. That is typical. I'm not worried about it. You'll see how I fix it, even on short nails. I can't wait to change my nails out to something different. It'll be fun. I've enjoyed these though. I've rocked a glitter press look for a couple weeks, two different colors, but very similar. Okay, I am going to switch to my X cut because that's my favorite. If you want to use your safety, you're more than welcome. No problem. Okay, so here's my X cut. I have I have it seasoned, but I'm gonna make sure because it was brand new. Alrighty. Don't do it over and over again. That's perfect. Because I used it on my house call this morning and it was brand new. She had really long nails. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is get my little dust extractor out. I am going to empty it though. So 1 minute, please. This is one of my little hacks. See it all right there? It's so satisfying. I did this to my house call and she's like, I love when you do that. It is so satisfying. It's beeping at me. So look at how it's all right here. No need to crank it on your on your trash can, beat up your trash can with it. Dust goes everywhere and airborne. That's your best way to empty it. So it's kind of satisfying. That was a lot. Just that was literally just from removing her gel polish. Okay. So that's how much dust actually generates off of just a short nail. So could you imagine my long nails filing them down? It's a lot. So you would have to empty it out a few times. Okay. There we go. I'll kind of turn it sideways so you can relax there. So I'm going to put it on 12,000 RPMs. Let me clean these really quick. So I'm going to come right here and just take this down a little bit, really at my free edge. I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just touching it and moving it. Okay, let's come right here. What I'm going to do is start in zone 3 a little because it's kind of thick there. Then I'm going to take care of my cuticle area. I am not putting any pressure on her now. All I'm doing is making contact and letting it come through. So let me get a little closer for you. But I move a lot when I file. So I'm going to try to stay in frames. If I'm looking at her finger, not the screen, let me know if I get out of frame. So I'm bringing all towards me. I'm out of frame. Towards you. Thank you. Every time I change positions, I'll look. Sorry. Okay, so I'm almost pretty much done filing this now. Yeah. Okay. So much faster than a long nail, huh? Okay, right here I feel a little piece of glitter sticking out. So I'm just gonna kind of hit it here and hit it here because her nails are so tiny. I'm gonna hit number 3. Okay. Now I'm gonna go around the cuticle area, pull down her skin. Again, no pressure. Just go through your eye formation, securing your cuticle area. Still in zone 1 here. Now I'm in zone 1, hitting 2, now hitting 3. And I think I'm just about done. Let me reposition myself. Control. Yep. One little thing flew out at the tip, but it's not an issue, I promise. Okay. Let me dust this off. Now, I'm not going to try to get really tight all the way on my cuticle when they're short like this. I'm going to use my square bit and it will take it perfect there for me. My X cut doesn't need to go in there and do it. It's not a really long nail. So I'm going to start on 3. This helps me to see my thickness. On a long nail, I start at the cuticle, right? This helps me to see right here how I brought it down. So when I bring it down thin like this, that's what I'm looking at. Then I know I could come in. Let me try to stay in frame. Come in right here. With some other frames. Again, just making contact. This is turning 12,000 RPMs a minute. If I put pressure with this, her whole encapsulation will file out to her natural mill pretty much. So all you need is contact. Not a lot of work. I could do this all day and not be tired, I'm sure. I feel like long nails are a lot more work, but they're also a lot more expensive. So, okay, I'm going to zoom back because I am going out of frame. Sorry, guys. And that way you can kind of see you got the idea of it when you're doing a full set and working on somebody. On my shirt. Okay, I'm moving it this way. There I go. Okay, let me see it again. I spilled my water. Okay, let's see. Okay. Did I scare you? I didn't cut you. You're good. There we go. And sometimes if I touch down and the angle's not right, it'll like zoom the other way, but it's such a light touch, it's not cutting into her. So it's just kind of scary when it does that. Okay, let's go right there. Okay. Yeah, I'm securing the edge. Right. So now I'm going to go on the top of it. Oh, yes. Again, just take my time go around here, but making sure it's constantly moving. That looks pretty good. So now let's do the next one. Start at 3. There's not a whole lot of product on here. There's more on my dimensional nails because of my encapsulation. Alrighty, let's do this dimensional now. Let me dust this off so you guys could see. When you have a dust extractor or tabletop one, your hands get really dusty, but I want you to see the work. So I'm going to stop and dust it. Okay, let me get the tip going through, lift it back. Okay, now I'm going to lift down the barrel of it. All right, this one looks a little thick to me. A little bit. Okay. Let's go from 3. We'll go around the cuticle area. Now I'm in from 3 of my bit. See how I utilize my whole bit? I'm in 2. Now I'm in 1. Try to use your whole bit. It's less movement for you. 2 things you get out of it. It's more comfortable for your client and your bit lasts you a lot longer. Okay, so now I'm going to go with my arbor band and kind of fine tune it a little. And I'm going to change it to 9,000 RPM. Okay. So what I'm going to do with that is go around my cuticles. Now this will get it a lot tighter. And I kind of just tickle it to bring in the shape again. So for this, if I wasn't teaching and I could sit how I want, I'd book an hour, 15 minutes. If you want to book an hour and a half, that's cool too. You'll have a little break. Or if you're one of those days you utilize all your time, that's cool. So go ahead and go thin with these. And I kind of tip. There we go. I use my bits for as much as I can. Again, using all zones, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to use one right here. I'm going to look at it sideways, kind of spin it a little more there. Okay, so I filed kind of a lot right there. Not a big deal. Her nails are short. That's not going to make a big deal at all. I just going to have to put it back, but that happens. Okay, so now I'm going to hand file her and then I'll do her cuticle work afterward. Okay. Just kind of show you what I did. So there's really not a lot of thickness, but she still has it all in. Just this side was a little more, I filed down a little more. It did not hurt her. There's just a little bit right there. I'm going to show you how you fix it. Okay, so don't panic and tell your clients, don't worry, that's not going to make a difference. Your structure will still be in there. Trust me, I do it all the time. And they always come back with their nails the way they left, just grown out. Literally getting compliments through the coffee shop, drive through. Oh, I love your nails. They're like, I'm going to go get them done. Really? They look like they don't need to be done. They're like, it's been 3 weeks or a month. So that's walking advertisement for you. So everybody who sits in your chair, you want to make sure, no matter how tired or how much enthusiasm you have that day, they always have to be consistent and walk out the same job every time. Even if you're running late, comes with the territory. Okay, so I'm just filing these around the cuticle area. So I'm not putting a lot of pressure on her. She feels me filing. Even if it were to touch her skin, it wouldn't cut her and it wouldn't feel uncomfortable to her because I'm really not putting pressure and I have all my sharp edges on. So what I'm doing here is I'm coming around. You've seen me do this on Sally. Now you see me do it on a real person. That just keeps her free edge really tight and clean. But there's that fine line with these short nails and dimensional nails. But they want fun nails too. Okay. Something towards me to thin it out. Okay, I'm going to come up under right here. Let me show you. I'm going to follow evenly to the other side. There's a little bit of gel there. There we go. File the cuticle area and make sure you file your cuticle area tight. If you file out your glitter, don't worry about it. You could put it back in. You have to make sure it's really smooth. When you add, when I show you how to add, it's going to go in really tight. So she's not going to have anything to pick at there. Trust me. Okay. This one I filed a little out of her free edge. That's totally fine too. I'm not worried about it. Short nails, you're going to file more out in different spots. Okay, let's see your other hand. Or let's look this way. Let me make sure. So see why I didn't shorten them? They shorten as you go when you file and fix them. I would have shortened them if, say, they were this long and she wanted them close to here. I would have put them the length I had them and then fine tune them like I'm doing now. Just a great tip. It's just easier to get your shape in. It's harder to stop and make that nail longer to match your others, right? And look down the barrel. That looks good. My eyes are playing tricks on me. They actually all look similar. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's see the other hand. Okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, when you're like at this point and you haven't worked on your client before, they're like, mm. So I tell them when you first encapsulate them, that's how they're gonna look, but your thickness is gonna come way down. When I'm done, they're gonna have that same clarity around the cuticle area, utilizing my whole file. Alrighty, around the cuticle area. Almost done with these. I'm gonna push your skin down because there's a little bit of a lip there. Let's see. There we go. Even though I filed out some of her stuff, I still have to texture it because I have to go add, right? So don't be afraid to file over it. Look thick, so let me thin it out. Let me look at all your tips. Those look good. Okay, now I'm gonna do her cuticle work, okay? So I'm gonna switch to my square bit. Now this is gonna get really tight in her cuticle, so I have more of a finer, like a more polished look when I'm done. And when it grows out, it'll be really tight. So I redo, but I'm on top of product, so it's not like I'm on top of her natural nail right now. Okay, let's see it done. This actually feels really good when you do it. It's like satisfying and you can see it come in really tight. Okay, let's see your other hand. All right. There's that little chunk that came out. Perfect. None of this is flying up to me, but I wanted to do it without the dust extractor so you could see really how much fine tuning you're doing with this bit. This bit, especially with short little nails, is a huge, huge must have. Makes your job so much easier. Is a little dry there. There we go. Okay. So that's these, and then I'm gonna look at them as a whole, meaning both of her fingers are gonna be like this, and I'm gonna make sure they're all shaped the same way. This one needs a little more shaping, and I'm going to zoom out a tad bit. So I do it kind of as a whole. This one I needed to bring in a little more. Oh, you have to keep your hand like that. It's not in my way. Just because I'm comparing them and I want them all to look the same. This one could come in a tad bit more. Pointer finger, very cute. Thumbs, they look great. Okay, so now let's really make them look great because right now it looks like, what just happened? Okay, so let's go into swipe. Her fingers are going to look really dry right now because it's changing the pH balance, but I'll put all her nutrients back in. Drop any questions if you have any. Okay, I'm going to use my, oh, here's my, I'll use my clear tile. I'm going to protein bond all 10. This will show me where I need to add everything. Start at the free edge and work your way around. This is kind of a lot compared to what she left, right? But It's just like when you decorate your house. Feels all cozy, a lot of decoration, and by January, you're like, "This needs to this needs to come off." I'll teach a lot of different nude variations in January for sure. I can feel a little spot right there. Yeah, okay. Okay, Test that off. So all these steps going through them, let me see if I did that tight enough. One more little swipe. Helps you check all your nails and make sure they're tight everywhere. Every pass, you're making them better and better every time you're doing something to one of them. All right. So now I'm going to get my manicure top. Okay. And I'm going to manicure top these first before I polish my other nails. Okay. Okay. I love them again now that I put the top coat on. I'm like, I always trust the process, but they see them come back to life and they're like, oh, it could be. Now, the reason why I manicure top it, I'm going to glitter press some, and I'm also going to add a little gel polish, and it glides over it with manicure top. Go ahead and go under. Okay, so like this one here, there's a little missing. And some of them I need to make their cuticle area really tight, her cuticle area really tight with the color again, no problem. That's why I'm doing it for you, so you could trust the process. There's some missing there, but her nails are still a great structure. She has plenty of product on there. What I'm going to add really isn't going to add any thickness. It's just going to add color back. Okay, go ahead and go under. So now I got to open these again, but I just needed to shut them in order to see what color I want to use on there. I think I'll open them all because I'm picky. Okay, I'll leave these here and I'll go over it like this. Okay, so I'm going to use my little brush here. And I think I want to use more of the gold. So stick my brush in. Oh, first let me do a little bit of the red. This one I got away with it, but let me show you what I'll do here. My little sample thing here. Let me move it in here. I'm going to add a little bit of red. Let me do the red first on most of them. That one really didn't need a lot. It just needs a little. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to zoom in because I want them to see what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm gonna stay right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and come in. Let me get my little thing. So all I'm doing is getting it really close. Am I in the okay, perfect. Okay. So there's no way I could stay in one spot and just do nails. I have to move. So let me try to stay still in one spot. There I go. Okay, let me look on this end. I could get it a little tighter right there. Okay, let's look at her thumb. Okay, I need to do a lot on here. Oh, out of frame. Yeah, I keep peeking at myself. Okay, let's put color here. Let's come right here. And let me check the other side. There was some on the back of my brush, but that won't stay on her nail, so I'm not even worried about it. It's if you leave it, it won't be a good idea. Where am I? Okay, there I go. Okay, go ahead and go under again. Let me do your red on your others. All right, that's perfect. Now here, let me show you what I'm doing. Where am I? Right there. All right. Okay, go ahead and go under. Now, I'm gonna have to put a little bit more manicure top on some of that, just a little bit, you guys, and watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come here and I wipe off everything, pretty much. And I'm gonna zoom out so you could see. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is come over this and just wet it. Wet it everywhere I added. I'm not putting bulk. All I'm doing is making it a little more wet to add that sticky residue to do a glitter press in the spots I need to. Okay, go ahead and go under. Thank you. Okay, let's do this one. Some of the red showing in that is actually really pretty. Go ahead. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get these and kind of want to cover some of these bigger ones just a tad bit. Yeah, I like the gold. I got a big piece on there and it's not gonna stay. I don't want it on there. You can't stay. Okay, let's do our thumb. Kind of like this gold there. It's just pretty. Probably because it looks more Christmassy, huh? I like it. Okay, so you're gonna come right here. Okay, then she's going to go under the light. All right, thank you. Wiping my hands off. Let's do some. I think I like the gold for the rest because it's super pretty. So I'm going to dip my brush really far in, and the fine pieces will come out. Let's do a little bit of the blue. Okay, so I'm going to grab my next thing. Okay, go ahead. Let's move these out of the way. I'm almost done. Let's put my stack back together. My Northern Lights. I've actually seen the Northern Lights before on an Alaskan cruise. It was super pretty. Very inspirational too, to see that in the sky. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and put another coat. I'm going to make sure nothing's sticking up. Nothing is. It's pretty tapped down. If it was, this is what I would do. I would come here with my nipper and I'd cut wherever it's sticking up. I would just cut wherever it's sticking up. Because if you cut it with really sharp nippers and you come in with your top coat, it'll self level over it. These are fun. So you can't even tell that anything, like it's still not thick either. I'll show you it from every view, okay? You just have to make sure all your application's pretty tight. Hold on, there's one little spot sticking up. got it out. And it's hard to see. Sometimes you still might have to buff it, and if you have to, you have to. You you can't send them out with bumps on their nail. So chances are I might still have to buff these, and it's just an extra step, and it's like, if you're charging what you should charge for these, you're not gonna have an issue with it. If you're not charging a lot, you're gonna be happy when the simple client comes in, but you wanna enjoy all the clients, so charge your worth. Go ahead and go under. Okay, go under, and then you could come out with the other because I am going to do your red. Okay, so now let's polish these. Ooh, these look really cool holiday, not your average holiday, right? You guys know me. I don't go literal with holiday just on some nails. Hold on. Worst thing, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna wipe it off because I don't want to deal with it. Literally. That'll be like, I'll be there forever because it stains. And I'll just put protein bond. No problem. This is faster for me, especially if I have another client. Dry it, protein bond, and go in your color. I love when I do stuff like this live because it's reality in salon. Doesn't happen all the time, but in a video that's edited, stuff's cut out. Sometimes you get through the whole thing without having to fix something, but 9 times out of 10, there's something you're going to have to fix. Make sure I'm centered. Okay. Okay, let me get my brush, run it through. Hold on, let me kind of get a little more on here. These are cute, your little nails. This tool I use through the whole process, right? My favorite. Okay, let me touch up this one. And I feel like every winter, like this season, I tend to take a little longer on nails because all the colors you're using are so rich and really you could see any imperfections. So you really have to be very tedious when it comes to your polish jobs and your art. Dark shows everything. And when you file it off, oh my gosh, there's little parcels, little pieces of it everywhere. Go ahead, I'll do your thumb in a minute. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, yeah. So I always keep my both brushes in my hand. It seems like, yeah, I have both of them. I'm just used to doing it. You don't have to do that, but it's easier for me to just keep it in my hand because I know I'm going to have to go around her cuticle with it. Okay. Okay, let me make sure the tip is good. That looks good there. Tip. Every little spot. Okay, go ahead and go under, and I'll do on our coat. I have to do your thumb on your other, and I will do it. I think on the other one, I might add something. I don't know. But this one's perfect. You have 3 on these, you don't need any more. You need 2 red for sure to accent it. I don't know, sometimes I put a glitter press on one and they're like, my glitter freaks, "Okay, okay." And that's fine. I have it out, so I just start doing it to all of them. Okay, go ahead. Let me see your thumb. I don't know what that's on. Go back under, please. Just keep going back under and I'll adjust it in a minute. All right. Hey, red takes forever. Red, black, and white. They're 3 hardest colors to polish, but they come out beautiful when you're done. Okay, that's not gonna move anywhere. So I'm gonna come in with my second coat with this, and when that goes off, you could stay out, and it beeps on for you again. Mind frame. Okay. Go under, and I'll put your second coat on your thumb. So let me look at them this way and make sure I have everything covered how I like it. Let me go ahead and okay, let's look at the thickness of them. They are not thick, right? At all. Let's look at the side view. Actually, very nice. So all this extra work you just kind of have to do. Let me see your thumb, your other thumb. You can put this to the side. It's like my clients say, how do you keep track of where you're at? When you do this, you just keep track. You do. You have to. If you forget, well, you'll know when you forget. And sometimes if you forget another coat, it's not going to be noticed. But you just kind of have to keep track with what you're doing when you're doing multiple things in one set. It's a lot. But once you do it a couple times, you're so used to it, it comes natural. And look, I'm being oh, don't move your nail, girlfriend. It's okay. Uh, it's okay. I'll wipe that off when I go into the cuticle. Okay, go ahead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. I'll just do manicure top because it's a dark color. It's not going to stain. So, and I love the shine of manicure top. So I'm wondering if I could get away with those 2 nails, oops, being textured or not. So let me just top coat those 2, go under, and then what I'll do is I am going to those have had enough cure time. I'm gonna wipe off your glitter ones, and if they're rough, I'll buff them because the other ones will need more cure time, and I'll just cure them all at once. That makes sense. So you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm just putting manicure top on dark colors. I think it's so pretty. Okay, go under. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just wipe off these 2 just to be safe. I could cure the whole thing, but why waste it? Because if I have to buff it, I'd rather buff it now. And but they're fully cured because I did them first. Okay, I could feel a little bit, just a little bit, and I know that that would bug me. So what I'm going to do is come in right here. It's really my sides, and I just want to make sure I'm not going to have anything there. Okay. So I just put her finger up. It rests on me because I don't want any dust on it. If you feel more comfortable, you could cure it all the way so you're not getting dust on the other. I'm just used to doing it, so I'm showing you some tricks. Okay, so let's see this one. Yeah, you could, once you do chunky like that, you could just fill a little bit of it, and you don't want to fill anything. But you would think all these layers are causing more thickness. Right there, it kind of settled a little. I'm going to file on top of it. Can you wipe it a little more? Okay, so let me get my buffer, and then I'll just have her put her finger straight to see what I'm having her do. I'll just buff right here. And chances are you can't get away with this on short nails, especially now. I like the combo buffer, so I could go around her cuticle a tad bit. I love this buffer. It is a 180. Okay, I can feel it right there. I just don't want to make it thick. So since I got to do another coat, I'm bringing down the thickness again. And some spots, not bad. Okay, perfect. Right here, let me do a tad bit here. Picky girl. Okay, now let me protein bond these, and then I will finish my cure. Put this over here. Top coat again. So each one of these nails I would charge $10 for. They're shorter. I would charge $10. And her nails, just with one color, would be $100. So this would be if you sit in my chair, it doesn't matter what you charge. You just need to charge extra if you're doing extra. You determine what's fair for you or what price range you're at right now. If you're not at $100 with your nails and you're like at 50 or 60, say, then you have to add this on top of that, okay? Just make sure you're getting your paid what you're worth and for your area. So these nails would be 130, $150 for the short nails with this. Go ahead and go under. Let's see, maybe I could get away with this, please. I doubt it. Sometimes I do, but with shorties, this side really is better. So it's not going to take me as much. I'm just going to come this way, go around the cuticle, make sure it's tight. Again, uh, there we go. It's been on 15 seconds for, but I keep fixing it. I just think it needs a full charge. And notice how I'm using a new one. Do not use this all day doing this because it will lose its grit and their polish will probably peel off. It's just too smooth. Okay, so let me dust it like this and this. Let's go back with the top coat. First protein bond. So when that goes off, you really could come out, okay? All right, top coat. I can't wait to finish these. They're gonna be so cute. They're already cute. And put the nutrients back in your nail. From using swipes so many times. Okay, go ahead. Let me make sure this is on the right time. There you go. That one's done. Let me close everything and move it out of the way. You know what I was gonna do more to the other, but I think this is enough because you haven't had high-end art like this for a while, so I think this is looking really, really pretty. You could add a glitter press with one of the colors in common on the other one, but I think it looks really cute. So let me get rid of this. Woohoo. Let's wipe off your sticky residue. Get a little bit closer. You have a little bit right there, no problem. So it's a little on her skin. I'll just take it right here. That came off right away. So I'm going to get my file and make sure nothing's stuck. I do this on all my clients' nails all the time. So I would have been done with her a long time ago if I did a solid color, right? Or if I did a glitter press or something like that. But when you do encapsulation, you're always going to have that extra work, but it always is very pretty too. Okay, those look so cute. I love them. Let me see right here, a little red spot right there. Perfect. Let me see your other side. I hope you guys have enjoyed shorter nails. I know a lot of you have been asking. I'm listening. I will keep showing up for it, doing different stuff. Okay. I do have some really cool videos on our website for rent, and you get them 2 days, and you get a certificate for completing that course. So if you're interested, go ahead and go to our website. Eric will put it in the chat. It's vibenaillounge.com. And that you could rent them. They're on demand. You could rent them, but know when you rent them, the time starts from the point you rent them. So if you rent it and gonna do it tomorrow, wait for tomorrow to get it. There's a little red right there. There you go. I've noticed a lot of people have been renting them lately. A lot of people are at like today there was a few that did, probably because they're not at work. So that's really cool. Okay, let me look at them as a whole. They're cute. I like them. Let's condition you up. Every client I've been doing lately are like, "Oh my gosh, we put lotion and everything on my nails." It's been crazy. I feel the same way though. Okay. Put some rose oil on. Smells so good. Okay, so let me kind of wipe them. I put that oil everywhere on you. Okay, so let me show you them. So go ahead and kind of stagger them here, and I'll go in and then I'll go close and out. So I just want to show you the thickness of them. Like they are not thick. See that? Okay, let's look at them sideways. Okay, let me show you here. So relax them a tad bit. There you go. And see how they're really not thick anywhere. Okay, so all of them are like that. Now let me zoom out so you could see a little more of them all together. I think they're very cute. I hope you enjoyed this, everybody. Thank you so much. And You wanted me to put them like, okay. So let me do this so you could get a cool picture. Oop, my fingers are like, so I could see what you guys are saying now. I'm looking at it. I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm glad you enjoyed the shorties. It was super fun to do. Kind of fun for the holidays. Very, very cool. Very fun. So I'll see you on Twitch. Thank you, Vibe Tribe. See you next time. Bye.